Hi, everyone. I'm retired meteorologist and YouTuber Pat Prokop, and today is Friday, January 10th. And off to the north, particularly in the Atlanta metropolitan area, a lot of snow fell there this morning in the afternoon. And now that snow has changed over to rain for them. And we're seeing some rain developing and moving into our area of southeastern Georgia and southern South Carolina. But that's what it's going to be. It's going to be rain. So I'm going to be talking about that, where the snow is falling now, and of course, an outlook for the next few days to see how things are going to be in our area. Still looks like winter will continue, temperature-wise anyway, across our region. And with the sky clearing off tomorrow night, I want to show you a few things to look for up in the sky, particularly the alignment of the planets, which are shaping up to be a beautiful sight in the sky. And if you have a small telescope, I'm going to show you a few things that I've been looking at through my telescope right here in the heavenly backyard garden. Well, with that being said, let's go to the weather maps. First of all, there is the radar summary from across the eastern portion of the country showing the rain across the southeastern portion of the country now, the rain changing over into sleet and freezing rain off to the north, and then still over into snow across into North Carolina and Tennessee, and goes all the way up into the Wolverine state of Michigan, where they're seeing snow falling across a large portion of the lower peninsula there. Also in the Chicago area, the snow is just about ended in that region. We're going to get some rain moving into our area for the next several hours. Should be done, though, by about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's a light rain, and it will be all liquid across our area. Let's take a look at the advisory. Still, winter storm warnings in effect for the greater Atlanta area, much of Tennessee and Kentucky for snow in that area. For the Atlanta area, it's basically for slushy roads and icy bridges and overpasses in that area. Still, travel is treacherous in and around the Atlanta metropolitan area, and then swinging across into North Carolina and Virginia. Winter storm watches continue and snow advisories continue across the Great Lakes states and the Ohio River Valley for that snow that's falling out there. All right, let's take a look at the conditions here. First of all, I want to show you the satellite imagery. There you can see the extent of the cloud cover across the eastern portion of the country associated with that. Now, further to the west, once again, all eyes are going on into California, where the smoke and fires continue to brew out in that area. And here's another view I want to show you. This is from the GOES 18 weather satellite, the GOES West, in other words, showing the smoke plume associated with those horrendous fires across the Los Angeles, California area. So, I mean, it's just terrible out there. I'm sure you're aware of that. But anyway, you can still see the smoke associated with those fires. I hope they can get those out anytime soon. That'd be great. But anyway, it's tragic right now. Let's take a look at the computer models. First of all, there's the system right now, late this afternoon on Friday, and then going into time, that system moves eastward across our area, drops some light rain, a quarter of an inch, maybe a third of an inch in portions of southeastern Georgia, maybe a third to a half inch in eastern South Carolina, but no snow or ice or freezing rain in our area. And then that snow moves out of the Great Lakes states, and the whole system moves off the coast, sparing the northeast portion of the country of any major winter storms. They could get some light snow in those areas there. And then after that, things are relatively quiet. A weak little wave will drift across the southern counties of Georgia and southern South Carolina. This is along about Monday morning, early Monday afternoon. It will be rain as temperatures will be moderating somewhat there. At this time, we'll still be in the 50s for the high, so nothing to worry about there. And then the next several days, it looks like just fair weather and chilly temperatures, not horribly cold, but we will have some sub-freezing temperatures during the night, so I'll be taking a look at that in just a moment. But for right now, though, we're seeing the sky and the rain moving out of the area. Here's the forecast map for the night in the high-resolution mode. You can see the rain pushing across the Georgia, South Carolina areas as rain. Well to the north of Columbia, South Carolina, they still might get some sleet and freezing rain up into the eastern portions and southeastern portions of North Carolina, then snow north of that into Virginia. But for us, it's just going to be a rain, and it should be ending around daybreak tomorrow. If not, by 9 o'clock, certainly the rain will be over. And looking at that, let's go and look at the total amount of precipitation expected across our area. And there I see not much, about a third of an inch in the greater Savannah area, maybe a third of an inch to a half inch over here in eastern South Carolina. So Hilton Head, Bluffton, Beaufort, about a third of an inch to a half inch of rain. And that should be it. All right, let's take a look at the cloud cover. I want to show you that. And right here. And of course, we're under cloudy skies right now, gloomy conditions out here at the moment. But then throughout the night, well, with the rain and the front coming in, temperature or the sky will remain cloudy. But then a clearing line is going to be moving in by early tomorrow afternoon, mid-afternoon, around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We should start seeing some clearing weather conditions. 5 o'clock in the afternoon should be all areas under clear weather conditions. And then clearing off for tomorrow night, Saturday night, looks like clear weather conditions for the region. And with that being said, let's go into the astronomy, because now the sky will be clear and the planets, they're putting on a show right now. All right. Take a look at stellarium here. And this is for tomorrow night. No sense of showing tonight's weather or conditions because it's going to be cloudy with the weather. But for tomorrow night clear, you'll be able to see a very bright star in the southwestern sky. Well, that's not a star. That's the planet Venus, and it's showing brilliantly. This is what it looks like through my telescope. It looks like a half Venus or a gibbous moon right now. And right next to that is the planet Saturn in appearance in the sky. Actuality, Saturn's about 1 billion miles further away from Venus. Anyway, let's go into time here and look at the approach of Venus and Saturn. As Saturn seeks lower in the sky, Venus climbs higher in the sky, and right around the 17th, 16th, and 17th of next week, those two will be appearing side by side up in the sky. Now, if you have a pair of binoculars or a small telescope, you'll probably be able to see the two in the same field of view. So look for that. If you have, you'll be able to see a very bright Venus and a very yellowish dim Saturn. You might see the rings of Saturn if you're really good, but right now the rings are very difficult to see because they're on edge. It's very difficult to see the rings of Saturn right now. Anyway, let's go back to tomorrow night, and that'll be the 11th right there. And further off to the center of the sky, there you'll see another very bright star. Well, it's not a star. Again, it's the planet Jupiter. That's Jupiter right there. And it is the fourth brightest object in the sky. The moon will be just past Jupiter, and then it actually between Jupiter and Mars. And there's Mars way over here. Let's progress the days a couple so we can see what's going on. The moon will be passing right over Mars, optically wise, on the night of the 13th. So that's Monday night? And or is that Tuesday night? Monday night. The moon will be passing over Mars. So again, if you have a pair of binoculars or a small telescope, you'll be able to see perhaps the moon occluding the planet Mars. All right. Over here in the constellation of Orion, one of my favorite constellations. It is, right over in this area here. I mean, it has so many things to offer. It has Betelgeuse, a big red giant star, and there's expectation that this star could explode as its life is just about over. If it does, it won't hurt us, but it'll put on a show. But you might have to eat a lot of broccoli and cabbage because it can blow anytime between now and 300 to 1,000 years from now. But astronomically wise, that's a short time. But anyway, there's Betelgeuse there. And right here, this is the area where you find this. Here you find the Orion Nebula. And there it is. I took this picture on January 5th, last week, from the Heavenly Backyard Garden. And this is the way it looks like with the regular visible light, the way you would see it if you looked through a telescope without any cameras or anything. This is the Orion Nebula. Right in here, there's an area of new star being born out in this region here. New star birth ongoing in the Orion Nebula. Here's another view of the Orion Nebula. I like this view better. It's the same night, the same camera, different filters. I used what's called high resolution filters or narrow band filters that are sensitive into the red, orange, and the blue-green lights. And there you can see this beautiful nebula up in the sky in the area of Orion. And a closer view of those stars right in this area here, these are all new stars being born. And right here you got a quadruplet of stars called the trapezium, and that's 4 stars. Actually, it's 5 to 7 stars in this area here, but 4 of them show up as part of the Orion Nebula. All right, let's go back to the stellarium. Over here, just to the left or to the east of Orion, is the constellation of Gemini, right over here. And the other night, or the Monday night, when the moon occults Mars, right over in the Gemini area, right around in here, there's a far distant planetary nebula that's way out to the distance-wise 6.5, perhaps 6,500 light years away. Anyway, this is what it looks like. Let's bring that up, and I got it right here. That is called the Eskimo Nebula. If you want to know the technical term, it's New General Catalog, or NGC 2392. And there it is right there. It's a star, a red giant, kind of like Betelgeuse, that is, its life is over and the star now is shrinking down. And when the shrinking process happens, it pushes out pressure away from the center of the star and forms this planetary nebulosity around the system itself. Let's take a closer look at this, and there it is right there. Again, I took this on January 8th from the Heavenly Backyard Garden. I had to use a high-power telescope to get this view here. But anyway, there it is, and the core of the star is right in that area there. And it's pushing out a lot of radiation and pressure, producing these interesting colors. And if you rotate it just about 90 degrees in this view, if you look carefully and let your imagination go wild, it kind of looks like a clown face, and hence the nickname, the Clown Face Nebula. And there it is right there. But it's interesting what stars do in their life. They just don't shine forever and ever and ever. They have a lifespan. Some are in the millions of years. Some are in the billions of years. Fortunately for us, our sun is in the billions of years. It's expected to go on for another 6 billion years or so. It's already been going for 4.5 billion years. But this star, it's gone. It's just about done with its life now. But that's the one of the ways a star shows its signs of its ending of its life. All right, let's go back to the conditions over here. Let's open up my Facebook page, or my Weather and Nature page, savannahpat.name, and look at the forecast. And of course, I'm expecting rain tonight and tomorrow morning. Nothing serious across our area. And then going into, tomorrow afternoon, by late afternoon, we'll start seeing clearing weather conditions, and then fair to partly cloudy on Sunday. Now, tomorrow night with the clear skies, temperatures are going to drop down into the upper 20s once again. And then Sunday, middle 50s for the high, middle 30s for the low. Monday, that system to the south will be skirting to us around our area, giving about a 30% chance for some light rain, a little bit higher chances across southern Georgia. And then after that, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the sky clears off, temperatures drop. We're going to be seeing the middle 20s for Monday night and Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and Wednesday night, Thursday morning, about 30 degrees then. So yeah, we could still have a lot more freezing weather conditions on the way. And if you want to go even further than that, the my 6-week outlook is calling for those temperatures to remain below normal for the rest of the month of January. So again, as I mentioned in previous videos, normal highs around 60, normal low is around 40 for the Savannah area, a little bit chillier off to the west in the interior portions of Georgia and South Carolina. But by February, we should start warming up, and perhaps warming up considerably. So I'm looking forward to that. I have a lot of daffodils. I'll be waiting to see them bloom, and the Japanese magnolias. But anyway, keep an eye on that. I'd like to thank all those people who have been supporting my page, and I really appreciate that. The super thanks, I really like those. Those are so nice. A kind gesture from the heart. Thank you very much for those who have been giving me the super thanks. And with that being said, I'm going to be looking forward to the sky tomorrow night. I got the telescope's all planned and ready to go, and I'll be sharing some of those images with you as well. Come along early next week. So the only other thing I have to say is stay warm. It's going to be cold. See you later. Bye.